Vandy did exactly what he should have done, which is, you know, when you're Dillon Brooks and somebody's going up for a layup, don't touch him, man. But you can see him push him in the back.
He pushed him in the back.
Now, he could slip, he could fall, coming down. All sorts of bad things can happen. So, clearly he gets the foul. It's a cheap shot.
Yeah.
And Vandy handled it a certain way. The second time around, he let him know. He put his hands in his forehead or the back of his head to let him know.
Flicked him on the back.
Yeah, kind of like letting him know, like, now what you want to do. So he handled it just like Coach said.
Yeah.
He stood up for himself and handled it a certain way.
Yeah.
Now, LeBron James, on the other hand, it's not fourth quarter. LeBron's not going to get into that type of confrontation. That's just not who he is. Okay? Certain guys aren't going to.
Yeah.
It's not like they squared up. He came down trying to get a rebound, and I think at that moment in time, he realized he wasn't going to get the ball, so he just came down with a slap. He wound up getting his foul.
Yeah.
LeBron just like, next question. Now, there's a history between Dillon Brooks and LeBron James going all the way back. And then if you look at last year, there was all the issues in the playoffs, things of that nature. Those two got something different going on. Even earlier in the year, he got the popping off when Houston played the Lakers. So I'm not surprised by his behavior at all. Not surprised by the Lakers' reaction toward him. But Byron Scott and James Worthy are absolutely 100% right. Back in their day, they would have dealt with him differently.
Yeah.
He would have been the one on the floor next time he went to the rim, and it would have been one of those Kurt Rambis hard foul type situations.
Yeah.
They don't play like that in this day and age in basketball. It's just a little bit different.
You're not allowed to.
And then on certain teams, there's certain guys that's the enforcers. Like people know who to pick on and who to do things to.
Right.
Okay? That wasn't Anthony Mason. That wasn't, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't Charles Oakley.
Not Anthony Mason.
You know, that wasn't them type of dudes. This was somebody a little bit different. But Vandy, he stood up for himself, so I applaud him for that.
Yeah, they just, it is what it is. They're going to keep letting him get away with it. He's going to keep doing it. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. He sees he's going to get away with it. They're not going to stop him. They're not going to change nothing. Nobody's going to do nothing about it, so why not? It's frustrating as a Lakers fan to watch it. I'm sure LeBron is overly frustrated by it.
Yeah.
Vandy, I like the reaction, but it's like, get your money's worth.
Yeah,
you know, if you're going to
agree.
eject me, like, let me get my money's worth. If I'm going to get ejected, like, don't let me get a baby shove and then a flick on the back of the head. Like,
well, that's just
I'm probably going to shove you
though.
into the ground.
That's just letting you know. Dillon Brooks didn't. If somebody was to touch you in the back of your head, if you really wanted that issue, you go approach him a certain way, though, Richard. You're not going to walk away and somebody touch you in the back of your head, you're going to go get him.
But if I just got you ejected, then I feel like I won. Like, if I'm just an antagonist, like, he won.
That's true.
Like, and that's the frustrating part, is all he's trying to do is antagonize these guys and get this exact result, and he got it. And that's why I'm like, if you're going to get kicked out, Vandy, shove it, you know what I mean? Mush him, do something. Because he got what he wanted, so at least get what you want.
Yeah, I guess I could look at it from that standpoint, Skip. He flipped him on the back of the head. But if somebody touched me, as I've said many, many times, I'm going to get mine. I'm going to get my work when you put your damn hands on me. I don't care that getting suspended and all, it's over with at that point. So, to me, Dillon Brooks really didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? I understand what you're saying about Vanderbilt getting kicked out the game, so he got that part of it. But if somebody touch you, Richard, you know damn well you ain't going to just be like, oh, kick him out the game. No, you're not going to do that. No, at least I'm not.
But Key, how many times have you antagonized somebody and they gave you a little shove, a little something, and you was like 15, and they got to 15, and you felt better? You didn't go in there and choke him after you saw the flag. You was like, go talk to your coach on the sideline. First down, we move.
That's true. But at the same time, that dude didn't hit me illegally for me to even be able to shove him. Vanderbilt got pushed in the back. Okay, that could have been many different injuries. It could have been a slip and fall on ACL. It could have been all of a sudden my back you done something to my back. And at that point, he has the right to go at Brooks. But Brooks didn't really want to do nothing once he put his hands on him. He didn't want to do nothing, because if he did, he'd have been like, getting after him and approaching him. But he made the decision, Skip, not to do that.
Yeah. So could we go back to the push in the back play? because I'm with you, Keyshawn. It's a dirty play, but by Dillon Brooks standards, it's really not what he usually does, because it was just a little push in the back.
But
I know it is dangerous.
That's not cool.
Yeah,
if you wanted to place your hand on my spine, that's fine. As I'm going to, but when you shoving me, bad things can happen.
Okay, and that's why I thought.
Look at that. That's a push.
He pushed him in the back. He didn't shove him in the back. He just pushed him. But the point was, the Lakers should have gotten right in Dillon Brooks' face at that moment to defend their teammate, I thought. Okay?
Yeah, but I don't know that they have people on the bench that's like that. Do the Lakers have that type of person on the bench?
Because LeBron is not built that way.
Well, it's not that he's not built that way. He just doesn't
do it.
He just doesn't do it. That's not his deal.
It's not his deal. Okay, then I'm with Richard. I just wish that Vando, as they call him, I wish he'd have gotten his money's worth on the way out, because that wasn't your money's worth. But in this day and age, after the malice in the palace and all the things that have happened, the NBA just will not stand for it, and people are going to get suspended for many games if you just go deck that. You can't just go swing on him. But he deserved to be swung on at that point. And I'm not advocating. I'm just saying, by the letter of the law, you know how you would have felt. You would have said,
"Of course, I'd have felt that way." Of course, I'd have felt that way. And I don't consider myself, or nor do I claim to be a fake tough guy.
No.
If you push me in the damn back like that, we're gonna have some real issues. That's just what it is.
Live tough guy.
I don't think it was necessary. But the Lakers, again, Richard and Skip, they don't necessarily have that type of enforcer on their bench mentality on the floor. They just don't. That's why Byron and James Worthy, two Laker legends, said what they said in the postgame.
Okay, then to Richard's point again, Vanderbilt gets ejected, and Dillon Brooks is like, bye, he got him. He did what he accomplished his mission. His mission was to get somebody kicked out of the game. And by the way, right after that, the Rockets just took off and just buried him. All of a sudden, it's a 30-point game. They somehow were weirdly inspired by Dillon Brooks getting under Jarred Vanderbilt's skin with a cheap shot and getting away with it.
And he gets away with it every single time. And this is your defensive stopper. Vanderbilt's in there for defense to give effort. He's a spark plug.
I mean, he likes
and he's a tough guy. And
he likes to talk.
And he did call him a word that we can't say on television, but at least he got that much money's worth. But it's like sticks and stones will break my bones, words will never hurt me, right? But that's all you can do. Right. That's the only way you can retaliate. But I'm with you, Keisha. At least you could have hard fouled him or taking a shot somewhere that was sort of barely within bounds.
But Dillon Brooks will eventually run into the wrong dude, though.
Yeah.
See, that's the difference. Guys like this, they tend to know who to approach and how to approach him.
All right. So then he goes after LeBron again. And this is in the fourth quarter with the game way out of hand. If we could see the play one more time. And this is a flat-out cheap shot, because he just goes, there we go, over the back, and just got him right in the face and just raked him. Just raked it. That's almost like a swing to me. That's like
right. That's that.
And LeBron, I thought he was going to die for a second, like I was fearful for his life. But that's the way LeBron is, and yet. Can you not eject Dillon Brooks for that? Was that not a flagrant 2 where you're gone? Come on, man.
That one right there, I don't know. I mean, it looks like he was really trying to swing at LeBron's face.
I think he was.
But I don't know. I mean, in the end, LeBron is Oscars are coming up, and LeBron is certainly throwing his name
hat in the ring.
He throwing his hat in the ring on the Oscar tip. But
he did.
This is Dillon Brooks. This is who he is, and so LeBron is just not the type of guy that's.
I know you guys remember what happened in the playoffs last year. Mm-hmm. It starts off with Dillon Brooks calling LeBron old. Remember, he said he's old.
Yep.
And LeBron really took it personally and went over before the game, went to their huddle before the game, and whispered something in his ear. I don't know what he said, but you can probably guess what LeBron said to him. And LeBron proceeded to destroy Dillon Brooks. The Laker crowd was all over him, and Dillon Brooks had a horrendous series. It was so bad, it ended his stay in Memphis. And remember what he did? He shot 31% from the floor and 24% from three. And he became a liability because he was a psychological basket case because LeBron kept backing him down and just taking him to the cleaners down low. And the point was, that sent him onto the market and sent him to Houston, where he landed in the perfect spot with a coach who does not like LeBron James. Remember, Ime Udoka went after LeBron in that game out here at the Crypt?
Yep.
Remember, it was December the 2nd. And just to refresh everybody's memory, LeBron was sort of walking over toward Ime, and he said, "You guys need to quit crying like bees," he said to LeBron. And the ref is standing right there hearing the whole conversation. And LeBron kept walking toward him, and he said, "Oh, you're going to walk over here like you're going to do something?" Because he's a big man. Like he ain't afraid of no LeBron.
Yeah, I might bet on LeBron on that one.
I don't know about
Yeah, I
that.
might have to bet on LeBron on that one. LeBron,
Ime is, whew,
LeBron pretty good in shape, big too. So.
Yeah, Ime is
pretty in shape.
okay,
pretty big.
But Ime is not a fake tough guy.
No.
He was a defensive stopper and enforcer in his day and age in the league, but he's not that much older than LeBron. But what is he, like 6, 7 years older?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, as LeBron was starting to turn away, he called him soft and added a couple of more words to it. And the referee immediately ejected Ime. But Ime is trying to send his young Rockets a message. Well, we ain't afraid of no LeBron. And last night, to their credit, they weren't afraid. Because this is after the Lakers had a great win up at Golden State on Saturday night. This was pathetic, man. They just didn't show up. They got bullied last night.
They didn't play well.
I have a hard time watching them. I have a hard time watching them right now because of, to Keyshawn's point, Dillon Brooks knows exactly who to poke at, who to come at, who to antagonize. Yeah. He does it. He does it to the Lakers because he knows ain't nobody gonna stop me, ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. Maybe I'm sure he knows not to do it in the 7-game series anymore because you got to see him back to back to back to back. But when you just got to see him a few times every season, you're like, hey, I can get these guys. Yeah. We always play well against them. Houston always plays well against them. We got nothing to lose. We 2 games, 3 games under 500.
Yeah.
If we win this game, we win it. If we lose, we lose. But I'm going to get somebody kicked out. I'm going to play my game. And they had fun doing it. That's why until somebody stops it, until somebody on the Lakers takes a stand and say, we're not standing for that anymore. Yeah. Other teams, I'm sure, are going to start doing it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just the Lakers he's doing it to or not. We're watching it because it's the Lakers. I'm not watching Houston against a team that
not either.
Yeah, that I'm not really paying attention to unless it's a big televised game. So, I don't know if it's just the Lakers, but somebody along the way. Yeah. These type of individuals always. I remember playing against Bill Romanowski. As dirty as they come, but you're gonna run up. Bill ran up against the wrong. When you run up against the wrong people, these are the sort of things that happens. That you get yourself in confrontations on and off the court. Eventually, that's what's going to happen if he doesn't slow it down. In terms of a 7-game series, I don't know that he knows not to do it because that's just who he is, okay? Even though you say, well, back to back to back to back, I don't think he even registers as back to back to back to back. He just sees a different color in his style of play warrants him to go and attack after guys or treat guys a certain way or be dirty. I remember, didn't he kick? No, he swiped that LeBron in the groin.
He did.
Was that last year?
Yes.
Yeah, so he did that last year in the playoffs. Yeah. That's who he is. Okay. It's just who he is.
And by the way, just for the record, he is averaging career highs in minutes, percentage of shots from the field, and percentage from the three-point line. So he has found a home for a coach who loves the way he antagonizes. Yeah, so whatever. Far. Yeah.
He had a home in Memphis. Well, until he didn't.
Until he didn't. Yeah.
Until they fired him. They fired him because he wanted to be antagonized.
Yeah. No, you're right. So I need one or both of you to explain to me how a team with LeBron and Anthony Davis can be 500. They're 500.
I cannot explain it to you, Skip. You
this
keep
is
asking
48 games in, and we're 24-24. And I see flashes like Golden State the other night, double overtime. I see.
Maybe there's help on the way. Maybe
DeJounte Murray
is on his way.
Yeah. That's not enough help.
Man, I'm saying maybe there's some help on the way, and they'll get better.
Look.
All-Star break, they'll get better.
Key, I watched the Lakers when they had Smush Parker and Kwame. And enjoyed those games more than I'm enjoying a way more talented team underwhelmed.
I'm not
because
about to
at least
lie on national TV like that.
Look, I'm not lying. I'm just saying, at least I knew we were bad then. At least I knew we were bad. And then if we won, I'd be surprised. You know what I mean? I'm like, we got a bad team. Like, we shouldn't be in these games. But this team, we got supposed to have a good team. And we're underperforming every week. You're like, pulling my hair out.
Yeah, every other game you underperform because you'll have a big one, and then they beat the Clippers, they beat the Thunder twice. I'm like, what? Wait.
Well, you know this is the trend, though, Skip.
Yeah.
This is what the Lakers are right now.
Yeah.
They're an up-and-down team, and until they figure out and hit their stride, this is what we're going to see. Help is on the way. I trust.
What are you going to give up for the help is what I don't understand.
Whatever it is.
You're going to give up Austin Reeves? You're going to give up D'Lo? Okay.
I mean, sure. Right now, I mean.
Why not? Yeah.
I don't know what we'll give up, but I'm sure LeBron and company have something up their sleeve.
Yeah. Look,
Even Trae Young. There's something, remember, Trae Young is a clutch guy now. So you know how that goes.
Yeah.
They like to play.
Oh, I thought you meant like CL.
No, he's a clutch client.
He's a clutch client. I was like,
so you got to watch
about being a clutch.
You got to watch that too now.
I don't know. He's like 5'11". I don't know. He's a defensive liability. You think they have trouble on defense now? Whew.
Yeah, but they got to make those adjustments and decisions. I'm just telling you, when you start connecting the dots, help is on the way.
Help's on the way. I don't know. Look, if they could just eke into the back end of the playoffs, even the play-in, whatever, would they be dangerous? Sure they would be.
Yeah, I don't want to do a play-in again.
Well, it's heading toward that right now.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.